To give everyone a second to join us on the stream. It's 8 o'clock, and you know what time it is. It is time for your official ANF Plus update, and a lot of that is going to have to do with the weather. It's a mess outside, kind of makes you want to hang inside, have a nice bowl of chili, right? We are tracking a first alert weather day right now. Admittedly, this is one of those lower impact first alert weather days. It's just kind of a bit of a nuisance, but we knew that this was going to be this type of day. It was going to be cloudy, it was going to be dreary, we're going to get foggy, we're going to have rain here and there, everywhere at some point. And that's why we first alert, to give you that heads up for you to know whenever there is a pattern shift. So good evening to everyone. We're going to dive right into this, talking about our first alert weather day continuing as we head through the overnight hours, as those showers will stick around. As we head into the day tomorrow, we're going to keep rain. We're going to add the potential for there to be a few storms. And there's one slither of our area that we're going to be watching for a rogue strong to severe storm. We'll dive into that on this stream as well. And then eventually, the rain will start to exit early Wednesday morning, but on the back end, a cold front's going to push in, and that's going to shift the winds. That's going to bring in some colder air, and because we're going to be in the mid 60s on Tuesday and mid 40s on Wednesday, that's reason enough for us to continue that first alert weather day into Wednesday afternoon and evening for those dropping numbers. Now, I mentioned that fog was beginning to develop across the area. That's kind of been the case. We're seeing visibility reduced across areas, especially along and north of I-20. The National Weather Service, over the course of the last half hour, actually issued a dense fog advisory. So if you have our first alert weather app downloaded on your phone, you will have received that alert if you're in any of these highlighted counties. That is going to include a large chunk of the metro until 2 a.m. I could see this being extended for a couple of counties, but for now it's through 2 a.m. as the fog is going to be a little bit thick out there. We've already seen that to be evident. Not to mention, we're still going to be tracking some spotty showers through the evening hours and into the early morning. So if you're working third shift or maybe getting off work at 1, 2 a.m., maybe you're working in the service industry, you could run into some showers as you're leaving. So a good idea to have that umbrella nearby as you're leaving the house. And we're going to be tracking low-end rain chances for the morning as well. I think that areas, especially south and east of Atlanta, could see some showers for the morning drive. I mentioned that one particular area had a decent shot of getting some strong to severe thunderstorms, and it's going to be the areas that you see highlighted here under a level 1 out of 5 risk. So it's a lower risk, but it's non-zero. It's something for us to talk about. This is going to include folks that are in Coweta County, Heard County, as well as Troop Meriwether in the Butts, Pike Lamar, southern Fayette, southern Spalding, or actually most of Spalding County, stretching out towards southern Butts County. This is going to be for tomorrow for rain and thunderstorms, some of which could be strong to severe. Damaging wind gusts will be our primary concern with any of these rogue thunderstorms, but there is a little bit of spin in the air. So while it's very, very low end, like less than 2%, but not quite zero, can't rule out a rogue spin up. So that's something we'll be watching as this unfolds through the day tomorrow. Spotty showers around for the morning drive at 7 a.m., but a lot of folks are dry. It becomes more widespread the later we get into the morning and the early afternoon. Scattered rain and rumbles of thunder. You can kind of see that front gradually starting to dig in. A lot of the guidance keeping some of that rain and that conveyor belt of moisture flowing through the area through the 5 o'clock hour, which means that kid pickup, school, after work commute, happy hour, all of that could be impacted by scattered rain and thunderstorms pushing through the area. Eventually, things start to trend a little bit drier as we approach midnight, keeping in mind that we're going to keep rain chances around at least through the start of the day on Wednesday. So plan on there being gloominess again tomorrow, probably to a slightly higher degree than what we saw today. Clouds will be there, rain will be there, and we're going to add the addition to some rumbles of thunder to the forecast. And then eventually we start to see things improve, at least skies-wise, on Wednesday. That also means that for anybody that's going to check out Usher, you're gonna have a hard time letting it burn when it's raining outside. That's my attempt at a joke. There will be scattered showers around for the evening, so you're gonna want to have that umbrella with you to dodge those showers. Winds will be a big part of our weather story on Wednesday. Obviously, they're shifting out of the northwest, and that's bringing in colder air. But they're also going to be on the breezy side. We're talking about winds gusting 30, 35 miles per hour. You combine that with air that's already colder, it's going to make it feel colder than the air temperature is. You guys know what wind chill is, so we're not going to have an explainer on it. Just know that it is going to feel several degrees colder than the actual air temperature. So if your car says 43 when you walk into it, and you're like, it's lying. It's not lying. It's 43. The air is. It feels colder because of the wind chill. So here's that hour by hour of your Wednesday. These are actual temperatures. We're going to be in the low to mid 40s as you're making your way out of the door. Looks like that line of showers will be pushing to the east of us. So most of us will have a fairly dry morning commute. The further west you are, the drier your Wednesday morning commute will be. By around 12, 1 o'clock Wednesday, we're all under pure sunshine, but the temperatures don't really do a whole lot. We're in the mid 40s, and that's about as good as it gets for most people. Maybe upper 40s if you're really, really lucky. It's going to be a colder afternoon. That's why the first alert continues through the evening. Temperatures fall back into the 30s, and we're starting off your Thursday morning near freezing. That's at the airport. That means that pretty much everybody else will be below freezing to start off Thursday morning. Thursday will be a cold day as well. We only top out in the upper 40s, and then we trend back into milder territory, getting back into the 50s as we head into your Friday. We're also watching low-end spotty shower opportunities for the weekend. Definitely nothing to cancel your plans about. Just know that there is a little bit of residual moisture around that will be there Saturday and Sunday. I think we'll see that mainly manifest in the form of more clouds. But if you do hit a sprinkle on your face or on your windshield, I don't want you saying I didn't tell you that there was moisture around, right? Eventually, temperatures trend back into milder territory, like even better, closer to seasonable, and we're in the upper 50s by next Monday, looking pretty good as we head to work. Low 40s for the start of the day and 50s for the highs. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a couple minutes to soak in this forecast. Obviously, our bigger impacts right now will be the rain and the thunderstorm potential tomorrow, and then obviously Wednesday's chilly effect, the colder numbers. Beyond that, this is going to be pretty much run-of-the-mill forecast as far as this time of year. Temperatures fluctuate here or there, roughly 10 degrees. We are still technically in a transitional season, so that's expected, and also these fronts moving through, bringing us rain and stuff, that's expected as well. So just a little annoying when it happens. All right, guys, we're going to have another look at this rain. The rain chances tomorrow. We'll get some new model data in over the course of the next hour or so, and we'll be diving into that new timeline at 10 o'clock on Peachtree TV and also on Atlanta News First at 11. You guys have a fantastic evening, and I hope to see you on the newscast. Well, you know what I mean. Coming up in just about an hour and a half.